All right. So, Warzone podcast. There's a couple interesting things, right, that came out yesterday. You know what I mean? The first one, Gilbert Arenas he's a national treasure, man. I swear to God. I don't know why they stopped that show he used to do on Complex. I used to watch that religiously, dude. I love that show. Like he is by far the funniest person. Like of all the NBA players, he's one of the funniest people. Like has like the best personality. He can't be on ESPN. Like he has to be on.
Yeah, he ain't got no filter.
Nah. But he says, the hardest person that ever defended him was Joey Crawford, the referee.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny though? Joey Crawford is like hated by so many NBA players. I know Steven Jackson hates him. That We Believe team, they hate Joey Crawford. You know what I mean? Super bad. Chris Paul hates him. Like apparently he's just like tech happy and you know, he loves like ruining people's day. Like but yeah, I just wanted to say like it's Gilbert Arenas, man. Yo, somebody get him a show, man. Jesus Christ. Second things up. So, but on actual news. So, John Wall says he's 100% ready and he can't wait to come back. Do you believe him? Like, do you think?
He has been out for a long time. He's been out for a while. Like, I think he was probably going to sit the whole rest of this season. So,
yeah.
I do believe him. I hope his body can actually hold up though, because I was a John Wall fan for so long, but he keeps getting injured. He can't stay on the court. I need him to stay on the court. I need him to be the guy that I think he's gonna be.
I mean, how old is he now? What, 30?
He's up there.
Yeah, he's up there. He's been in the league a while. Been in the league like 8 9 years now. So, you know, John Wall, it's tough because, like, John Wall is like, he was super athletic. He's a garbage shooter. Like, guys, yo, he is not a
his
good
percentages.
shooter.
His percentages were going up in the past years. He was 35, 32, 37 the year before, and then it was 30 was the year before, and then 37 was in 17, 18. He wasn't completely terrible, but it could have been better. It's room for improvement, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think, like, I feel for him because, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens when John Wall comes. Because at least for the initial return, he's going to be a secondary option to Bradley Beal, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, at least for the short term until, like, he gets his legs under him. And then we'll see. I will say this, though. They can figure out how to both be effective offensively. Because John Wall did play defense, though. Like, he was willing to play defense. So, if they can be effective together, that could be a pretty lethal combination, man. You know what I mean? As a backcourt. And that's another thing, too. Like, man, if he does get healthy and he's back to who he was, the backcourts in the NBA right now are going to be nasty next year. You're going to have the Rockets.
I'm going to love it.
Who do you have? You have the Rockets. You're going to have Boston with their backcourt.
You're still gonna have the Blazers with their backcourt. You're gonna have Stephen Clay. And I wouldn't sleep on the backcourt of the Nets neither. LeVert.
I was just about to say that with Karis LeVert and Kyrie Irving
and
Spencer Dinwiddie. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, they got. By the way, they was talking about trading for Bradley Beal.
They were.
And I'm trying to think.
I think John Wall's gone the next chance he gets.
Oh yeah, I would be too if I'm him. But like, I'm trying to think who would they? I mean, they would have to for them to get Bradley Beal. They're giving up Karis LeVert and Dinwiddie, like for Bradley Beal.
Yeah,
like they're giving up both of those guys, like no doubt. You know what I mean? Or they're giving up like Dinwiddie and like a bunch of picks. But I can't imagine. No, if I was them, I'm taking Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie. You got two young guys that you could basically build off of now. You know what I mean? I don't even know why Brooklyn is trying to like trade for him. Like they have the team, the pieces to win. Like essentially, with Spencer coming off the bench, they're gonna have. I mean, they're gonna have probably one of the best.
And they got DeAndre Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. But they're gonna have like one of the best benches in the NBA. Like I'm trying to think who would be deeper than the Nets. You know what I mean? Once everybody's healthy. That's gonna be hard for me to like find it because, but everybody's looking for that. Like the only team that really has something like that is like what, Boston. We call it the Clippers. Who else has a bench that's worth talking about? It's probably it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Bucks are deep, but they're like a bunch of like really good role players. So I don't know, man. I think I don't know, but yeah. If I'm Washington, I'd be like, no, you're not coming back this season. I don't care what we doing. We're not doing nothing. Like, yo, you're gonna be on shoot arounds, you're gonna run some 5-on-5s.
Yeah, make sure you're fully ready for next season.
Man, we gonna
I ain't worried about this season at all.
Exactly, man. You know what I mean? What we really gonna work up is you getting used to shooting some set shots and layups. All right, man. We don't need you jumping no more like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Unless it's a fast break where we know you coming down on your own attrition, on your own will.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't need you to try to go up and bang on nobody. Just heavy layups.
Exactly, man. Like you better start looking at how you better call Derrick Rose.
Right.
To ask him how to do it, man. Because I just don't see how.
Right. Save that athleticism as much as you can.
That's the truth, man. I just don't think. I don't know, man. I just don't think like anyone. You know what I mean? I just don't think anyone. And the problem is they can't trade him for nobody. Like no one's gonna take that contract. No one's taking that contract, so they're stuck. You know what I mean? So. I don't know. I think I hope he gets healthy. You know what I mean? It was a better league when he was in it. You know what I mean? But I will say this though: if he does, the East is going to be interesting because I've always said it. Because Brandon Ingram he's going to be the biggest, free agent, right? Coming out.
I wonder where he's going down.
I'm telling you, man. Like every time I like people think I'm hating when I say like, yo, he's not staying in New Orleans, dude. Like, you think he wants to sit here and listen to how Zion Williamson is saving their career?
Right, like
saving their season and stuff like that. Like he's
right. Like he's not he's number 2 pick.
Yeah, but he was also one of the he's been balling. Like he's been absolutely balling.
Zion gonna take shots away from him.
Well, I mean, I think he's pretty what is he? He's like 6'7", 6'8". Yeah. I think him and I think because they put him at the small forward spot, they just got to get Drew Holiday's gonna have to come off the bench because I mean, if I'm keeping it real.
Wait, so who's starting at point guard if Drew Holiday's coming off the bench?
Lonzo.
Oh yeah, I forgot Lonzo was there.
Yeah, man.
I forgot Lonzo was there.
Yeah, man. I'd get Lonzo. Take Lonzo, Bi, Zion is obviously the trifecta, right? That's the team. And if Lonzo keeps improving his 3-point
who's the center?
Shit, I'm trying to remember. I gotta look that up.
Man, don't be paying attention to New Orleans that much.
No, they know Zion. Right. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. But nobody knows who the hell. I don't know, man. I think. Oh man, but I honestly do believe he's gonna leave though. If I was him, I'd leave. You know what I mean? Not because he can't play. It's bad to be second option on a team. I hate when people say second fiddle or sidekick, dude. Like these are grown men. But because I wouldn't want to hear that if I was an adult. You know what I mean? So, but I think if I had to pick a place for him, Memphis is probably it, man. With John Morant. You know what I mean?
Looks like Derek Favors right now as the center.
I mean, it was like no.
They got Jaleel Okafor too.
Is he?
If he can come off the bench, and do something, that would be great for them.
True. That is very
And they
true.
got JJ Redick, a knockdown shooter. Josh Hart can shoot too.
Yeah.
If this team could work together, it could be nice. It
Oh,
really
in
could be.
4 years, they're. I feel like they're gonna be running. They're gonna be running people out the gym.
That's if they stay together.
Yeah, but I think that what they have to do, because they have to offer Bi the max. But I feel like they're gonna get cute and try to offer him not the max. You know what I mean?
Disrespectful type stuff, and then he gonna end up walking because he's like, all of this I'm doing, this is what you gonna give me.
Yeah, and I feel like that's like
franchises are so disrespectful.
It's not even that they're disrespectful. It's that the media is disrespectful, dude. Like, he's gonna like Zion's the box office guy, right? But like Bi's been handling business, and people are like, oh, Zion showed up, and then they started winning. I'm like, no, a second All-Star was added to a team that had an All-Star. Yes, they're gonna start winning now. You know what I mean? Like, it's common sense, man.
Ingram got some help.
It was not Ingram got some help. I mean, Zion's gonna be their guy, but Ingram's just a better offensive option as far as like what he can do. But Zion is just like he's like a little Shaq. Like, what do you do with that guy? Man, like, how do you stop that? You know what I mean? So obviously he's like Ingram's like your 1B to Zion's 1A, right? Like, you'd love to get Zion going early because he can do a lot for you in the post, and he could draw a lot of attention, which in turn helps Bi because I don't think anyone's gonna double off of him. But if you give him like an extra foot of space for a shot, I mean, you're gold. And he's been shooting really well from the three. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. But if I was him, man, you know, Memphis is what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? I imagine New Orleans is way more fun than Memphis. You know what I mean? But like, if I was him, it's either Memphis, or Miami. The two spots I'm thinking about.
Miami.
Only problem is that he's too young to be paired up with Jimmy Butler. But you would.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, Jimmy Butler.
Here's the thing, though. If you, dog, their whole team though is young except for Jimmy.
Yeah.
So if you put Bi there, like
he gonna have to be willing to play defense because you know how Jimmy gonna be.
Yeah, but Bi does play defense though. Bi is a good defender though. Like, he's not like, I'm not saying like he's all world, but he's a willing and good defender. He'll be a better and more aggressive defender in Miami, but I think he's a decent defender. He's definitely stepped it up on that end this year. I just think like, dog. Like, I just keep trying to think about it. Like, man, like Tyler Hero and like Bam and all those dudes with Bi. That's a squad. That's like a potential. I mean, I'm not saying that's a championship team, but that's a real contender. And the thing is, though, once you know Butler starts, you know, aging, right, in 4 years, you got your superstar potentially. You know what I mean? And you know, Bam is most likely going to be your secondary guy, and he's legit. And like he's been showing that he can guard. We call it, what's my man? Giannis.
The only question is now, how do they get Bi? Now Brandon, he's an unrestricted free agent this year, right?
No, he's restricted, so they can match it, but they can offer him the max. They've been saving money for the max. So remember, they're saving money. They were getting cap room ready because they were trying to go after Giannis if Giannis wants to leave. You could hedge your bet.
Yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if he left?
Who, Milwaukee?
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
I mean, look, that's another team too. If I'm Bi, I would make a run for Milwaukee. I would make a hard run for Milwaukee. Like, I would be hauling it towards Milwaukee. You know what I mean? He would be great. He would be great.
What?
Like, for them, man. He'd stretch the floor out. He can create his own shot. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Chris Middleton, who I feel like gets mad disrespected in the media. Like, people just act like he doesn't have a secondary. I'm like, yo, dude, like, Chris Middleton, he's legit. He's legit. He's a really good player, man. Like, I need to relax.
He is. He's just not good enough.
Yeah, he's not like he's not, he's not AD. No, you know what I mean. He's not one of those guys, but you know what I mean. He's a legitimate second option. He's giving you 20 plus a game. You know what I mean. So, but yeah, if I was BI, those are probably the teams I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about going to, what is it? New Orleans. I don't know how they would make the contracts work, but New Orleans, Miami, Memphis. Memphis is probably my first one. Memphis and Miami are like my first two options. Most likely Miami, because at least with Miami, he'll be second option. But one is a better city, like way more fun. It's what do you call it? They've got a really good young core, and Eric Spoelstra is a really good coach. You know what I mean? They got a really good young core, and they have like, Jimmy there, who is pretty clutch, and I think he's going to teach him. And you're going to have D Wade basically teaching you how to. I don't know, man. Like that's kind of. I feel like if I'm Brandon Ingram, like I'm just looking at Miami. You know what I mean? Like, how do I get here? You know what I mean? Or at the very least, I sign a 1-1. You know what I mean? I just sign a 1-1 and try to like opt out the second year. Like if I go back to New Orleans, just sign a 1-1, see how it's going, and then just leave. But the thing is though, this is like the only year where he's gonna be able to have that kind of power, because he's gonna be a big deal this free agency. But when Giannis comes out,
23 years old.
23. Remember, all of Miami's young.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Wow, like he's just so young. He's already averaged a 24 a game.
Exactly.
6 rebounds.
And on like not bad shooting either, man.
I also wonder where Andre Drummond's gonna go.
Andre Drummond?
Yeah, because he's out. He's not staying in Cleveland.
Oh hell no.
He's out, so that decision is gonna be big too, because he was the top rebounder. 17, he averaging 17 and 15 right now.
Oh, if I was him, I'd be ring chasing my ass. So I'm going.
1.6 blocks.
Yo, low key.
Yo, what if he went to the Clippers and they dropped Montrezl Harrell, because Montrezl Harrell is an unrestricted free agent too.
They're not dropping Montrezl, dude. He's too important to that bench. Like he's too important to that team. Yeah, not for no Andre Drummond, man. If I was them, if I was him, I mean, he might go to Golden State.
There's a lot of people Hassan Whiteside's a restricted free agent.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Andre Drummond might go. They don't have the money in Golden State though to pay him. That's the problem. Like. He'd have to be, unless he's taking like a really team-friendly contract, like a pay cut. Like he could go to a lot of places, right? Like I'm pretty sure the Lakers would take him. Like they would basically get rid of Dwight. No, they wouldn't get rid of Dwight. Dwight's too cheap for what he's doing. Yeah, they probably, ship off JaVale McGee and have him on instead. And you could play. I mean, and you could have a legit starting center, like an all-star starting center. You know what I mean? Who would get you rebounds, especially if you have guys like AD and LeBron who are like streaky shooters. So, I don't know. I think, I don't know. I mean, that's the weirdest person. That's a good question, because that's a weird one. I don't know who. The problem is, who does he fit with though? Like, who is he gonna work with?
I don't know, but yeah, he's definitely the hottest free agent this year.
Who?
Hey, really? Ingram.
Oh yeah, no, Ingram. I think Ingram's like Kevin Durant. He fits everywhere.
Yeah, because AD got a player option, but he gonna stay.
Oh yeah.
DeMar, nobody really cares where he goes.
If I'm
nobody else is really making that much noise.
Yo, if I'm DeMar,
Hassan and yeah, definitely.
I'm ring chasing now.
LA, bets minimum.
Yeah, straight up. If I'm him, I'm just going.
Bets minimum. I got you.
You know what I mean? Because yo, how I know he feels some type of way. Because like The year they get rid of him, Kawhi comes in there and they win a title. I'm like, damn, bro. Damn, bro. You know what I mean? This is definitely like, you know how on TV they always make that the relationship equivalent analogy to all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much like your girl left you. You know what I mean? Like your girl left you after telling you she wanted to marry you. She left you for some rich dude, and then like right after marrying him, dude, he gets like a crazy ass spike where he's getting like $1 billion and you just lost your job. That's pretty much what just happened to my man, dude. Like he's just going through it, dog. Like I feel bad for him. You know what I mean? But you know, no loyalty, man. No loyalty.
No, not whatsoever.
Yeah. It's weird because like Brandon Ingram was definitely worth that second round pick. I'm telling you, that draft is gonna look a lot better than people think. You know what I mean? In the future, that draft is gonna look real good at some point. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. DeMar DeRozan, who would he fit with though? You know what I mean?
He could probably fit with anybody too. To be honest, he ain't gonna need the ball in his hands all the time, but especially if he's just ring chasing. If he's ring chasing, he's only gonna go to a select number of teams: Clippers, Lakers.
Yeah, he's a bench player on the Lakers, dude, because they're not gonna put him on there. They need people to stretch the floor out.
That would be nice as him to be a bench player.
Yeah,
would be nice for him. The Bucks.
Nah, man, they need people to stretch the floor. He can't shoot threes.
Yes, that's where it's gonna be hard at.
What's he gonna do?
Dog, you might as well just stay on the Spurs and just relax the rest of your career. Just chill out.
Nah. I wouldn't do that. I'm ring chasing, dog.
But shit, at least learn how to shoot a three, my guy. Damn.
You know who's gonna be a pretty good pickup? I mean, Gordon Hayward has the player option, but he's taking that option. He ain't giving up all that money. $32 million. He's not giving that up. Danilo Gallinari is another one.
That man been racking up all his career.
Who?
Gallinari.
Oh yeah, straight up. Gallinari is another, but I'm trying to think where he would go. But he's a little older. He's 32 years old. You know what I mean?
He's another one of those. He's one of those guys where he could just hit them threes for you.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's really all you're gonna need. Straight bench player now.
That's what I was saying. If I was him, man, I would.
There's some places, just shoot threes. A lot of places.
But that's what I'm saying. Though. Like, if I'm these guys, if I'm Gallinari, I mean, it's whoever's gonna give me the most money in rings. So. If like, let's say like, you know, I'm trying to think of a team. Let's say the Bucks are offering me a contract, right? And the Lakers are offering me a contract, but I think the Lakers have a better chance of winning a ring. You know what I mean? Like both of them are offering me like $15 million or something. I mess around and go to the Lakers, man, because you know what I mean. The Lakers offer me a little less, but I get the chance to legit. Because I don't think anyone truly believes the Bucks are going to win a title.
It's just hype.
It is, man. Like, I just don't think they're better than. I don't think they're better than anyone. Like, I don't think they're better than the Lakers or the Clippers, man. I think those are the, you know what I mean? But they're close, though. They're really close.
2021 will be really interesting.
Yeah, 2021 is going to be something else.
It's going to be something else.
Yo, Bojan is another one. He's a restricted free agent. Bojan Bogdanovic.
Oh, yeah.
And Fred VanVleet is a free agent this year. I think he goes back. Keep it real. But I think he's going to get... I think he might not go back. Keep it real. I think he might go and find himself a really good offer somewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
make the most of what he did in Toronto and get paid. That's what he's going to try to do.
What he did in the finals, man.
That's going to get him paid. Yeah, somebody will pay him for that.
I'm trying to think what team it would be, though. I mean, who would need him? Who would need him? Who would need that guy? I'm trying to think. He's an undersized point guard. I mean, 6 foot point guard. This is a decent 3-point shooter. You know what I mean? He's a really good 3-point shooter.
Even Lynn got paid. Somebody gonna pay him.
Yeah, but the thing is though is that he's undersized and he's not like
2 inches shorter than Lynn. It ain't gonna make that much difference. I still think somebody's gonna pay him.
But that was a different era though. Like Jeremy Lin was hitting buzzer beaters in New York at the Garden.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? That's a little different. Like Fred VanVleet is gonna get a lot of respect because he's been showing up. But
he's gonna get paid. He ain't gonna get Lin money, but he ain't gonna get paid.
No, he's gonna get some money. He's gonna get paid. But I'm trying to think what team is gonna go for him, man. I'm trying to think what team needs a point guard. You know what I mean? He's a legit point guard. I know we keep saying the Lakers for everything.
I was about to say, I was just feeling he gonna be a backup point guard no matter where he go. I don't know if he's gonna start anywhere.
No, he'd start on like a bad team or a bubble team.
Yeah, but like who now? And he ain't gonna start on the Pistons. They got D Rose.
I'm trying to think who's on. I gotta look that up. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But Fred VanVleet.
Maybe the Bulls.
Yeah, right.
They really don't. Yeah, they really don't have a point guard at all.
They need somebody. Yeah, that might actually be it.
You could probably put them on the Bobcats, to be honest.
Terry Rozier.
Yeah, they just paid a lot for him. So.
Yeah, they're not getting rid of that. They're not getting rid of it.
What about the Knicks?
That's actually a good one because him and RJ Barrett.
Yeah, I was about to say they got Dennis Smith Jr., but I'm glad we got rid of him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Could he go to what's the name? Could he go to I'm trying to think. He couldn't go to Orlando. Damn, I don't know, man. I don't know. I actually don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm trying to think where could he be at. You know what I mean? But I do think yeah, I don't know. He's an interesting case though. He's one of the ones that like he's gonna get overpaid by somebody or because that's what it is. Because this is like I think this is gonna be his first potential big contract. So he's not going anywhere that's not going to pay him. Like he's going to go get his money. You know what I mean? Like like
even if he gotta leave, he is out.
Yeah, because I don't think they can because they can't pay him over there. Although they might. If I was what's the name? If I was see the thing is that they already won a ring, so you can't even trade Mike Lowry. Or I said Mike Lowry. Wow. Kyle Lowry. Oh my god.
Bad boys for life.
Bad boys for life. But yo, they can't trade Kyle Lowry. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with Kyle. Like, because he's not like, that dude
at all by any means.
But like, you know what I mean. But he does play. He, you know what I mean. Yeah, and he's done like stuff for their team, man. Like, if I was there, I don't know, man. Like, and yeah, you're
like I just call it stuff.
He did.
He's done stuff for the team.
He's done stuff. He's taking charges and everything like that. He was showing up.
He didn't get injured.
Yeah, that was a big deal. But I mean, he is a good. Like he is like we joking around. Like Kyle Lowry is a good player though. Like it's just he's older. You know what I mean? But he's already won a ring, so it's not like he needs to ring chase. He's got a ring. You know what I mean? As being, I don't know if he was the second best player. I mean, he was definitely the second best player at the time. He's not now. He wouldn't be now. If like Kawhi was still there.
I was about to say, I was thinking I was going to Siakam as second best player on that team.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say though. So like if, I don't know, during that finals, yeah. But they all kind of did something. Like Fred VanVleet had that one game where he was going off.
Yeah, but if I'm picking somebody who's 1 and 2, I would say Kawhi, Siakam, then Lowry.
Yeah, Yeah, no doubt. But I think like name value is like what helps Kyle Lowry.
Oh yeah, of course, he has name value.
So
He's
like
been in the league for a minute.
yes. Keep it real, dude. I forgot he's like 30, what, 32 or something like that, dude. Like he's up there
Yeah.
in age. He's gonna I'm trying to think where because there's like I'm trying to think of the teams that need point guards. You know what I mean right now? That could use a point guard. And kind of everyone has one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Except for like, you know what I mean,
the
Denver
Bulls,
and the
Knicks.
Bulls,
Denver got
Knicks. Oh, they got what's his name?
they got
Murray.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got Jamal Murray.
Yeah, he's
You know
still
what I mean?
developing, so we got to see what he gonna become. But I know he's gonna be more than a Fred VanVleet.
Oh yeah. No, it's not even close. That's what I'm saying though. Like, so yeah, I mean, Fred VanVleet, like he's not he's gonna mess around and just have to stay in Toronto just because the market just isn't gonna offer him anything. You know what I mean?
You better take a 1-year deal and go off. Take a 1-year deal, go off.
If I was him, I'd take because he can't. He want to probably take like a 1 or 2 year deal and get like major money. You know what I mean? So he could be a starter. But I think what they're gonna probably tell him is that, hey, you're gonna get more minutes. You know what I mean? Because Kyle's starting to get older. You know what I mean? And Kyle Lowry is probably he's gonna retire a Raptor. He's gonna retire a Raptor. Like I think that's like kind of where it's going. Like he's gonna retire a Raptor. He looks like he wants to retire a Raptor. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think but it's whatever. I mean, not like Fred VanVleet like comes to your team, you're gonna win a championship. He's just Fred VanVleet. Let me see. Yeah. So we had Montrezl Harrell. I think he's staying. I don't think he goes anywhere. Unless they win a title. If they win a title, I think he might leave because then he get his payday. You know what I mean? But if they don't win a title, he probably just runs it back with the squad. So yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So next thing we had going on here. So they were doing. So CBS Sports did this list of greatest like or worst MVP picks over another, and I picked out 2 of them, right? Because 2 of them are interesting. I mean, and I specifically remember them. They had a bunch of like old ones, like Wes Unseld over Willis Reed. I wasn't old enough to watch any of that stuff, so I don't know. But they had the Derrick Rose over LeBron James and Dwight Howard in 2010, 2011. But here's the stat lines, just so you remember, right? So Derrick Rose that year was 25 points, 4 rebounds, like 7.7 assists. LeBron James was 26, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, like pretty much the same damn stat line every year. Dwight Howard was 22, 14, yeah, and 22 and 14 that year. Is it like, I get it, LeBron James is the best player, no doubt. I don't think they got it wrong that year. I know everybody wants to think they got it wrong. I don't think they got it wrong. I think that was perfectly fine. That Bulls team was really good, and Derrick Rose was really young leading that team, dude. Like I don't know. I just think
it could have went either way that year.
Yeah, and because of the hate he got for going to the Heat, he was never going to get that MVP anyway.
Nope.
Right? Dwight Howard, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like people overblow how like bad that MVP voting was. Like it wasn't that bad. Like it was like, yo, Derrick Rose over LeBron James that year. I was like, yeah, I mean, their seasons were pretty similar. You know what I mean? You know, Derrick Rose is never as efficient, but you'd understand he's a lot smaller and he played, you know, his play style as opposed to LeBron's. But I don't know. I just never thought that it was like that egregious. I just thought like, oh snap, this kid just like, you know, went off for a season and he got himself an MVP. And he was also like, people forget, like, dude, him and Westbrook were just like, what was that? Like, we didn't know what was happening, dog. Like, yo, yeah, these dudes yamming on people, like point guards, just jumping over cats and just like
Right.
embarrassing people. So yeah, I don't know.
They were issuing a new era of point guards to the NBA.
Pretty much, man. I mean, there's only like
John Wall was doing it, so
yeah, John Wall was another one that was doing it.
shoot, to be honest, Dame will bang on you. People, Dame 6'3", he's just as tall as Westbrook, but Westbrook's more athletic. But you sleep on Dame, you go up there on a lazy block and think you gonna block Dame, he's gonna dunk on you.
Yeah, but like I don't have that kind of fear of like I feel like all right.
You don't gotta fear it. It's just it's gonna come out of nowhere. You don't expect him to dunk on you, but
it's like Chris Paul. Like Chris Paul when he's in New
that's
Orleans.
different. Nah, he's got more athleticism.
No, I'm not saying that he's not a little more athletic than Chris Paul, but it was like Chris Paul, like people like that, where you're like, oh wow, he can dunk. You know what I mean? Like you get shocked by it. But yeah,
it's not that type neither.
I don't know.
James isn't a shock he could dunk type thing. It's like, oh, he could bang on him again, huh? Like you can't pull up a highlight reel of Curry dunking on people.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, you could pull up one on Dame.
I mean, you could technically pull one up on Chris Paul too.
No, ain't no highlight reel of Chris Paul dunking on nobody.
Hold on, now I gotta search this up because
oh my god,
I feel like I'm actually
if
watching.
There's one, yeah, I'd be upset. He did not bang on enough people in his career to get no mixtape.
Hold on,
I have a feeling you might.
They do. Oh
my god, it's got to be it's got to be short. It can't be too long.
No, it's definitely too long. It
got to be like 30 seconds to a minute.
It's like 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
God, they must have stretched out their intro on the YouTube.
Yo, you waller, son.
I'm just saying, like he not banging on nobody.
All right, let me see. The Dame Lillard dunk highlights. I kind of want to watch it, but I'm not gonna watch it right now. But yeah, I mean, I just love how like Russ just like be coming at him like, I have ups.
Russ will tell you right in the game, he's ass.
Yo, Russ,
you can't guard me.
You know what's funny? They're actually cool with each other, which is kind of weird.
That's how it is on the court, man. That's how it is on the court.
Yeah, Russ and him be just going at it with each other. And
I had some guy like that I played with at the Y. We would really just go at each other on the court. Like I would be talking my shit to him, and if he have it his good game, he's talking his shit to me. But after the game, you know what?
Yeah. The funny part is,
I mean, shoot, you should know that you be punching people's faces in and going over. Yeah, good fight.
Oh yeah. Nah, man, you be boxing. Like, you know what's funny? My boy Ramsey, he's because he and I would spar each other like all the time, right? Because like he was the only dude like big enough and quick enough that I could spar with that was local.
Y'all really be going at each other, don't y'all?
Oh yeah. But we're super competitive though.
Yeah, I know.
Half the time, I mean, sometimes we do it when it's private. Like
y'all
it used to be.
Each other out?
We've gotten close. I remember one time I hit him with this mean like. It was like a hook to the body, like I sat down on my hook to the body, and I like caught him off guard and came upstairs with it, with the second hook. Like he thought I don't think he thought it was coming, and then I clipped him right in the chin, and I saw it. Like his knee was just like. Actually, he's got videos of this too. Like a bunch of our sparring sessions, just like videos up. But
what you were saying, y'all used to do it.
Oh, we do it in private if we go hard. Because like Cats was like, you know what I mean? People try to hype it up like it's more.
Oh yeah.
It's like it wasn't like that with us. It was just like, yo, we're just getting good work in. And sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes you want to, push the envelope a little bit. So that's I mean, that's the truth. That's
as long as one of us don't get on top and start punching the other one when they down, everything's good.
Yeah, real talk, man. There's plenty of times where we didn't like actually like, came out with a busted nose or something like that and just like, but like it was never a big deal though. Like we would go hard with each other.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, man. I mean, same thing, but like, Oh, so the second one, this one was definitely, I've never understood it, and I still haven't understood it to this day, was Steve Nash getting that MVP in 05-06 over Kobe. I don't.
Record.
I don't care.
That's how it was
care.
at that point. See, nowadays Russ got his even with not so great of a record, but back then it wasn't going for it, and they didn't like Kobe. So any reason they found to not give that man the MVP, they wasn't giving him.
It was so crazy how he was basically Michael Jordan in personality. Like people were like, "Oh, how would they treat Michael Jordan if he played in, the 2000s?" And you know what I mean? Look at Kobe. Yo, people hated Kobe. Like, people really hated Kobe.
You think about it. Imagine MJ going to bars and drinking and stuff and doing all that stuff in the social media era.
Bro, it's a wrap, man. Like,
it's a wrap. He'd have to stop doing it quick.
I just didn't understand. I just didn't understand, like, why, you know what I mean? Or how, like, this guy... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, both of their teams made it to the playoffs. What the Phoenix Suns that year, that 05-06 years, was 54-28. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, they were 54-28. The Lakers were 45-37. I don't really see the difference, the 9-win difference. It's not like they were...
That's how it was. I'm telling you, that's how.
Yeah, but like it's not like they were the 1 seed, dude. Like San Antonio was 63-19.
And I told you have to factor in they hated Kobe.
Yeah, but
that's
I mean,
a big factor. They're not gonna give it to you if you hate it.
But here's the thing,
anyway.
He wasn't even like, if you think about it, right? If you think about it, it's not like he was the only one that was doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, hold on a sec. Let me pull this up. Cause I have to like, cause I think this is when LeBron went off that season for like 30 points a game. Well, it was shooting like 31 points a game, right? But that was the year where he wasn't the scoring leader. Yeah, 05-06 was when he was going 31 a game. You know what I mean? I think the Cavaliers were, I'm trying to remember, what was the Cavaliers record that year? They were 50-32. You're basically using, like, LeBron is, you're trying to make him your, you know what I mean, like the heir apparent to Jordan, right, for the league. Yeah, LeBron was averaging 31. The next person on his team, I mean, his team was actually pretty solid. That was like, they were, 13 points, 15 points, 15.7. He had some good players. But like that,
who was the names on that team?
I mean, I'm not saying they were good. I'm saying like he had some players that were producing something, like, you know what I mean, like Ilgauskas and
yes.
Yeah, they weren't. I'm not, dude. They weren't.
I know.
Bro. I'll just be so.
I just need people to know that they were terrible.
They were bad. Well, Ilgauskas wasn't terrible. He was just getting old, and he was
straight regular season players.
Oh yeah. No, that ain't no. That's not a lie. But yeah, no. Like, yeah, they were 50-32. Like I think he was second in scoring that year. You know what I mean? He's 21 at the time, bro. He's 21. This is his third season. This is his second or third season, right? His second season, because 04-05 was his first season. No, this is his third season. My bad. This is his third season. So his third season, he's dropping 31. He's leading his team to the playoffs. And I think I forgot what seed they were in, right? But I don't know. I feel like if you were gonna do that because like if you look at their records was like almost identical. Like the Phoenix Suns that year were 54-28. The Cavs were 50-32. And this dude was averaging more points, not more assists. Like what's name was definitely averaging more assists, but obviously more rebounds. And you knew LeBron was giving you more defensively. And his his field goal percentage was good too. It was 48% from the field, and almost 35% from three. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I feel like, all right, yeah, I get it. They hate Kobe. Nash shouldn't have got that shit. Like he just did not. like watching.
He
They
could have
were,
went to somebody else besides Nash.
yeah, they could have went to somebody else and
Hey,
justified
hey,
it.
I can't tell you, but I can't tell you about the agenda behind that one. But
Yeah, man. Because if you would
it
have
had to
told
be,
me,
it had to be something to get him the trophy.
if you would have told me that it went to like reading that stat line, right? Like Kobe deserved that MVP, no doubt. But if you're telling me, all right, he doesn't get it, but you give it to LeBron, and I could justify it. Like I'd be like, oh, okay, well, you know what I mean? His team was doing all right. You know what I mean? It's, like his team was doing really well. You know, I, you know, they made it to the playoffs in his third year. You know what I mean? I would say, oh, okay, cool. Or his second year. I gotta check this out, man. You know what I mean? Because he was drafted in 2003. But like, yeah, his team's making it to the finals. I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. Like, you know what I mean?
No. I only have theories why they didn't give it to Kobe. Why anybody else? You lost me with that one. I don't know. I don't know. It had to be some agenda to get Nash or
Yo, let me just read to you these numbers though, dude. Like 18 points, 18.8 points, so we'll say 19. 10 assists. Those are good numbers. 44% from 3. Great numbers.
Ain't no way in the world you win an MVP.
That is not an MVP, man.
Nowadays with that stat line.
Dude, even then with that stat line, like nobody's supposed to, well, I mean, he won it, but like, dog.
It was unheard of for somebody to win with a stat line like that.
I don't understand. Unless like the only way that would have made sense is if his team was like 63 and like 19 or something, man. You know what I mean? Then I'd be like, oh, okay, well, it's a team thing. Like, his team got him that, right? No, he didn't deserve that. Like, that was... And not only did he not deserve it, like, you could have gave it to, like... I'm not saying you could have gave it to Amari. I don't think you gave that to Amari. But, like, you could have gave it... like, you definitely could have gave it to Kobe or LeBron that year.
Could have definitely gave it to somebody way more deserving.
Yeah, man, like that was kind of ridiculous. Or you could have gave it to Wade. Like you could have probably gave it to Wade that year. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like that's like of all the ones that I'm looking at, right? Because the 2011 one I don't think was that bad. Like I don't think Derrick Rose was like some like far-fetched pick. You know what I mean? As opposed to what's the name?
Kobe.
No, as opposed to LeBron.
I meant LeBron.
Right. So I don't know. I don't know. Cats are they're just that's just a weird one. It's like this is when like the media kind of like exposes themselves, like when LeBron in like 2013 when he didn't get the unanimous MVP. Like, dang, you really gonna give that one vote to Melo? Although I can't even get mad at him because Melo, like, he brought the Knicks to the playoffs that year. Like, that is something. That's something. Like, and they had a pretty good record. They had like 54 wins or something like that. So I don't know, man. Like 05, 06. No, you couldn't even give it to him then, man. I'm definitely surprised he didn't win it. Like Dwayne Wade didn't win an MVP 08, 09. I'm trying to remember who won in 08, 09. But yeah, no, I don't know. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. that's
607.
Kobe won in 08, 09. That's right. Kobe won. You know what I mean? No, 07, 08 is when Kobe won. 08, 09, who won the 08, 09? Was it LeBron? It probably was LeBron. Yeah, it was LeBron. How he, like, Yeah, but I don't know. Of all the MVPs, that's gonna go down as the worst. Like and it's even more amplified because Kobe's dead. You know what I mean? Because Kobe passed.
Mm.
So Steve Nash. Steve Nash probably don't even tell people he was the MVP in 05-06. He says, "Yeah, I won the MVP." You know, like he just says it like haphazardly, like, "Oh yeah, I won the MVP." Yeah, I've been I'm two-time MVP. The fact that he's a two-time MVP just catches me off guard.
That's crazy.
I was like, this fool won the MVP twice. Like, they just hated the Lakers, man. They hated the Lakers, dog. Like, this is all I got to say now. They just hated the Lakers. That's pretty much what it is. Because I don't know. 04-05. I'm not quite sure how he wins the MVP in 04-05. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, but yeah, we'll just end it on that one because that's just I don't fucking understand, man. That's like the worst. That's like the worst MVP like I can think of, man. I'm trying to even justify the 405 one, but I don't even think I can. And I'm usually pretty like open about what, like, you know what I mean, who should be the MVP. Everybody knows it too. And like, he knows it too. Like, I feel like his MVPs are like KD's titles. Like, nobody really respects it. Like, people don't respect it. Like, at all. They don't respect those things. You think people respect Steve Nash's MVPs?
But see, there's a difference. I can still flaunt my rings.
What are you talking about?
I can still, yeah. KD gonna flaunt his rings, and to be honest, he ain't gotta care if nobody cares. See, Nash just won the MVP. He don't want to tell nobody that.
No, we talking
See,
about.
I'm KD. Like I said, if you're KD, I can still say, even though you left your team, you can still say you left that team. There is a chance that they would not have won without you. There's a good chance they didn't win the one.
Yo, I'm telling you right now. This is what I was trying to tell you before. With KD, remember I said like I don't like KD's obviously never going to be he's not one of those people that are going to get forgotten, right? But I think KD is going to fall into the Isaiah Hakeem Olajuwon trap. You know what I mean? Great players like Hakeem Olajuwon, and it's not a diss to put him with Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon, I've always said, is probably the greatest center ever, right? With everything that he could do for you on the court, like both offensively and defensively. Like, he's the greatest defending center ever. I don't even think that's like a question, right? You know what I mean? But like all around, like he can give you 26 and, shut down most, great centers. Or not shut them down, but, make life hard on them. But he's forgotten. Like, you remember him, like you remember Hakeem Olajuwon, but you forget about Hakeem Olajuwon. You know what I mean? That's because there's like an asterisk to his name, right? Like, even with those Pistons teams, like the Bad Boys teams that won, it was like, oh, well, Larry Bird was hurt. And is like, he wasn't all there. You know what I mean? Like, with this guy, you can say, oh, like with Hakeem, you can say, oh, yeah, you know what? But Jordan was retired. You know what I mean? And with KD, you can say, yeah, but he joined the 73 and 90. Like, they're going to, like, kind of get, like, just shuffled off. Because, like, they were in the middle of other people's eras. Like, what's the name? Isaiah was in the middle of the Magic Bird era. And Hakeem was in the middle of basically the Michael Jordan era, right? Like, it was just Jordan versus the world. Like, you know what I mean? Those Bulls teams. And for KD, it's kind of like the same because he's in the middle of LeBron and Steph Curry. Like, he's not going to be like Steph Curry gets shit because of the fact that everybody was injured, but people still give him like credit for that finals, right? With KD, like, people like, yo, dude, like most people like if you polled NBA people on how much you respect KD's title 1 to 10 or 1 to 5, how much credit do you give him? I would be shocked. Even like 5 years from now, like people still,
I'm sorry, if I'm KD, I wouldn't even care. I don't care who's gonna respect my title. I got a title. At the end of the day, I don't care about.
No, but the thing is, it's not even about that, because like you got to remember, like all right, we got to stop doing this, because it's not like KD isn't Robert Ory, right? He's not like he's not one of those guys. He's not Kyle Lowry, right? Like this guy, they're like those dudes on that plane. They're arguing for. They're trying to get the seat at the mountaintop. You know what I mean? At the apex. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when we talk about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, all those guys like that apex, right?
We already know KD not going to be in that top 5 conversation.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's top 15 now, but he's even if he would have won an OKC by himself, I still don't think he would have been.
I think if he wins 2 in OKC, I'm going to keep it real. I think if he would have
been 2, yeah, but
I'm going to keep it real. If he'd have won 2 in OKC, people would put him over LeBron James. Or people would make that argument, like hardcore make that argument that he's better than LeBron.
I would say that argument's hardcore right now.
No, but like the thing is though, you kind of like laugh at it because you're like, yo, bro, he joined, look at his team. Like he had the easiest 2 finals wins ever. You know what I mean? Like who wouldn't have won in those finals? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you put any top 5 player in KD's position, do they win? And you can legitimately say, yeah, like, yo, if Kawhi was on that team, you don't think Golden State's winning that finals? Yes, they're sweeping them. You know what I mean? Like everyone is beating, you know what I mean, is winning if they're on that squad, right? You know what I mean? I think the thing that would have done it for him was that he could have always said, I wanted an OKC where I was drafted, even though logically it didn't make sense because like he was he had better players around him than LeBron had on the Cavs when he was on the Cavs at his first stint. But people could make that argument, and it'd be really hard to argue against it. You know what I mean? It'd be hard to argue against it, even though you could just say, oh, his management was better. But people would say, oh, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, what's the name? You know, built that franchise, and like 12 years in, he wins 2 titles. They're going to count it more than LeBron's 2 in Miami. But now, like, no. He's like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, he's going to end up like Hakeem Olajuwon. He's going to end up like, what's the name? Like,
it makes sense where you say he's going to be put at, because you say he's in the middle of 2 people's other eras.
Yeah. And that's the part that sucks for him, man, because he was in any other era, man. You know what I mean? Because he's just a freak of nature. Like, what do you do against a guy that can shoot like that, can, you know, got handles like that, who's willing to play defense, but you just can't defend him. Like, you can't defend him on a perimeter. Like, I hate when these old people try to act like, oh, we call it, like, these guys would get shut down in the 90s or whatever. Like, yo, dude, KD, first of all, they're talking about, oh, they would shut down Steph Curry. Okay. We'll see. You know what I mean? If they're telling me, like, here's what they have, here's what they're admitting when they say that. When they say, oh, we would just, you know, people would just start hitting them and elbowing them and pushing them around and pushing them on the floor. I'm like,
okay, so you're not playing basketball.
Exactly. So I'm like, so what you're saying is he's better than you. So you're going to physically do that. And then they'll say, and people forget, like, yeah, Jordan was jumping over people and dunking and stuff like that. But he was also hitting mad mid-range shots. Like, he was coming off of those screens, 2 dribbles, and letting it off because he had to. He had to, like, the reason why Jordan was so successful is because he didn't hold the ball that long. You know what I mean? For the most part, he would get the ball, get to a spot really quick, put the ball up, shots coming up, or you get rid of it. You know what I mean? And that was what Jordan was doing. Steph Curry's similar. Like, Steph Curry's going to get to Steph and Kevin Durant are similar. Like, they're going to get to their spots, but Steph's going to do it by playing like Reggie Miller. You don't think he could have done what Reggie Miller did? He was a way better shooter than Reggie Miller. I just don't fucking understand what these people are talking about, dude. Like, these,
they'll more than likely be like, oh, Reggie Miller was bigger. He's 6'7". He's got a couple inches on him.
Yeah, it don't matter. He's still going to get the shot. Yo, dude, look, Steph
I
Curry's
know
releasing
that's
way
what
too
I
fast. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, you're not stopping those guys. You're just not stopping those guys. You know what I mean? We're gonna end it on that note. Warzone podcast. We'll catch you guys next time.
All right.